Episode 2, Season 2, Don't Risk It TV. I'm Mick, as you know. Just a bit of a follow-up from last week. I had a good response with people viewing the video and had a whole lot of questions, actually, which I have directed to obviously seek some independent legal advice and also ring up the Labour Hire Authority in relation to the specific questions. I was just putting a general notification out. But I have inquired with a whole lot of other businesses, not necessarily in the security industry, about their labour hire licence and what they seem to be doing in relation to it. And most people actually come across, they've not even heard about this labour hire licensing authority. So if that does concern you, or concern your company, I highly recommend that you do get on top of it for compliance reasons. Since the last episode, I think it was like the day after we filmed the last episode, had some documentation come in from the Australian Taxation Office in relation to another new reporting procedure in relation to companies that provide services in the investigations and the security industry. Obviously, the Australian Taxation Office, looking at the whole of Australia, not just Victoria, is concerned about how people are getting paid, is the right tax being paid, so on. So they have now implemented what they call a TPAR program, and all businesses, the security licensed security businesses, from the 1st of July 2019 until the 30th of June 2020, will be required to keep new records in relation to how they earn their income. In the document that was sent to me, as I'm a security provider, that you'll actually have to have on your documentation your clearly identified ABN number, your name and address, clearly identified information in relation to the service provided, and any GST paid, which is a pretty standard sort of requirement, and most reputable companies should do that. Then that follows on that you are to keep a record or accurate records in relation to all income that you have received, including cash payments. A lot of people forget there's the cash payments that need to be recorded, and any sort of GST credits and so on. So that's pretty standard. But where this new TPAR program comes in, that you are to report on a specialised document how much money that you actually have income has been brought in relation to security services, how much money have you sent out from your business in relation to contractors and security services, and in particular who you've actually paid it to. So that would be interesting to see in 2020 what the reporting process will bring up. Obviously, it's trying to stop and slow down this black market cash society, which in some areas has got rather large security companies into a whole lot of trouble, as we know in particular companies in the state of Victoria. I can understand from the taxation's point of view that they obviously want to take their fair share, but if you are a reputable company, this should be no problem whatsoever. So it will be interesting to see what sort of feedback, if any. I know on some of the security forums that has been put up. It was put up as an article in the ASIAL members magazine. I know a lot of people aren't actually members of ASIAL. So it will be interesting to see how this goes over the next 12 months. I sat down with my bookkeeper in particularly and discussed this new process, which is pretty straightforward. We already complied in a lot of it anyway, so it was just a little bit further to add that extra step that is now required. So that will be interesting to see how it turns out. Again, I was dumbfounded in relation to the labour hire licensing, but we all need to actually comply and get on top of that. Today's episode was actually meant to be a product launch. In the next episode, we'll be having a representative who will be importing the new Alien holster in relation to firearms holsters, a new system. So I'll be quite happy to put that forward to the people who watch Don't Risk It TV, as it'll be our first product launch, which I'm actually quite excited about. If you have any specific questions that you'd like answered in relation to security or investigations, just drop us a line here at Don't Risk It TV. This has been a short episode for the day, just a top-up of information, a quick reporting for the taxation. Hopefully the businesses out there have got their TPAR paperwork, and we'll get on top of that process quickly. Again, it's been a short episode, so have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one for the product launch. Thank you.